know what was going on there.
What's happening?
What's going on, buddy? Oh,
Well, Mother Nature getting ready to slap somebody down your way.
yeah, it's playing around. Looks like the crops is going to get watered a little bit. No big deal. Without rain, everything will be a desert.
This is true.
It just happens to get pretty violent here where I'm at. As long as the power don't go out, I'm good.
There you go.
I may have to run out there and fire up a generator in a storm, but anyway, good to see everybody. We're going to give it a few minutes, let everybody get in here. Seems as if StreamYard is working correctly at this time. I think last time was them prompting me to make my monthly contribution.
There you go.
Maybe.
Saxman said he'll be in here in about 5 minutes.
Hell yeah. The more the merrier.
That's it.
We're going to sit here and bull jive for a little bit anyway. Get everybody in here. We got what, 4, 5 popping up and down?
Yep.
For some reason on the YouTube, it didn't load up the picture or image that I put on there. What did it look like on your end? Just Matrix?
It did the same thing. It had the system error, that we had the last time, when we had video issues. That's all that loaded. And you're right, it didn't load that at all. It was like a gray screen with a symbol on it. Like the picture didn't load. You're talking about what you had set originally for the screen.
Yeah.
No, it did not go.
Ooh. I don't know what just happened, man. We had 7 people pop in instantaneously. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. What's up? Trains go by. So there's a simple tactic to never, ever being raided by the FBI. Only build your house with one front entrance. Everyone knows they only enter through the back door in the bureau. I swear I'm still trying to figure out who this is.
Okay, but I'm lagging or something because I don't see any of that chat.
Yeah, StreamYard's acting a little weird tonight.
Okay.
You see it on the screen though?
Yeah, I see I see that, but I'm saying I don't see it in the regular chat. Here we go. I fixed it.
Got a little lag going on the side. It may be my service. I do have some bad weather in here, y'all.
No.
You'll hear it in the background.
This had top chat checked instead of live chat in my window, which makes no sense. Up at the top, there's a little arrow that says live chat or top chat.
That's weird. Go down and post a comment and see if that updates you. I do that sometimes. I'll say something random in the chat. See if it'll catch me up. Let me send
yeah, it came up. Granted, I misspelled one of the words, but it came up. All right.
Copy this link and send it over to old buddy, old pal Saxman.
There you go.
He'll be ready to pop in here in a minute. There you go, Saxman. I got it to you, buddy. All right, yeah, everybody's loading up in here. Anyway, good evening. Like I said, watching trains go by. Good to see you again. Miss April D. And then Saxman. We must have some people kind of lurking in the background, but that's cool. That's fine. It's okay. As long as y'all hit that like button, you're going to alert. Hit the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up. But yeah, we're going to talk about, the goal is to talk about the raid in Mar-a-Lago yesterday. Kind of interesting. Was it yesterday or the day before?
Last night.
Last night.
It was last night, wasn't it?
Yeah. So those of you that hadn't followed it, they came a little overpowered. I mean,
yeah.
And I mean, I understand Trump's a tall man, you know, but you got to understand he's 70 something years old. He's not really going to be that sort of threat. I don't know what the problem is. But so here's the deal. Number one, the boxes that they got, they had already previously looked through these boxes prior to this situation and found that there was no evidence or anything in there that was confidential. Because if it was, they would have took it the first time, right? You would think so. However, they did not. They left everything. Everything was copacetic. All of a sudden, last night, it was deemed necessary that they need to go in there and raid his house. All right. The thing is, they probably could have said, hey, you know, Mr. Trump, those boxes that we looked through, if you wouldn't mind, you know, let us get those. We're going to come in and get them. You know, you ain't got to come in there with weapons and all kinds of crazy stuff and just acting crazy like he's a criminal. You know. What all did you say they had out there, T?
Well, I saw some kind of boat out, and there's like a cove or something in front of that property, and it looked like I forget, a rib boat. You know what I'm talking about? And there was some guys, tactical guys on it. And they had a damn saw on that, just sitting out there cruising. It's like, really? You think you need that? And then everyone you saw was there with, you know, M16s, ARs, M4s, whatever. I don't know what manifestation of weapons they had. I just know I saw. And I also noticed something else in one of the pictures I saw. One chick was the Secret Service. So I guess I'm confused why the Secret Service was involved.
Well, you know, I mean, if you're going to bring in brown shirts, you got to get them from all facets, right?
Well, yeah, but again, it's not their purview. Just like really, it's not the FBI's purview.
Right.
And I guess that's where I'm scratching my head going, Oh, look at watching trains go by. He's got jokes. He's probably right, though. That wouldn't surprise me.
Well, I mean, you can't put it past anybody. Now, they go in and raid Trump, and, you know, we can be honest on here. And I mean, this is my belief, but I'm sure most people's got the same consensus now. I've been monitoring some people's reactions to this and so on and whatnot. I've actually seen people post that, you know, they were not a Trump fan. They wasn't anti-Trump. And they wasn't Democratic either. They just didn't vote for Trump, right? Last go around. This motivated them that they're going to vote for Trump if he runs.
Yeah, what this did is it solidified his base, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're a former president and the brown shirts come and knock an alphabet boys, and you've got people driving from all over the damn Southeast to come and park in front of Mar-a-Lago in support of you. These are civilians. That says something.
Absolutely. And the thing is, like I said, and we've all seen it a million times, you know, like with actors, musicians, whatever the case may be. Bad publicity is publicity. I mean, honestly.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
And the thing is, like I said, you know, they went and looked at this stuff already, and then they come back. I mean, it's not like something new's going to pop up.
Well, what they did this time is they came in, and I don't know if they necessarily got all those boxes, but I know they came in and got into one of his safes, took everything out of the safe. They took everything out of his office that was there. And ironically, they did all this shit when he wasn't home. He was in New York.
Imagine that.
Who would have thunk? To see, they knew that he wasn't going to be there, so they'd have minimum resistance because his own security detail won't be there, etc. Because you know damn good and well Trump's got his own security detail. I'm sure he does.
Oh yeah, of course.
And this was all tactically tactical and strategic. They used a lawyer that used to be associated with Epstein. I mean, not a lawyer, but a judge. I mean, all this reeks of DC swamp dweller, every bit of it. You know, and if they're this bold and this brazen, think what they do to the average American if given the opportunity.
Oh, hell yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, y'all know this has never happened in the history of the United States. Well, not on this level, right?
No.
We'll clarify. The FBI has never raided a former president or active president's home.
Nope.
Have they raided politicians? Yeah, I'm pretty sure they have. Did they deserve it? Most likely. You know, I mean, I wouldn't doubt if they needed to show up at Schumer's house and Kendall Wax's house too. You know?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
They'll figure it out.
Well, I'll stand by what I said before. I think this whole situation, I think it was a distraction, and at the same time, it was meant to. It's kind of like a nuclear option. I still believe that the Democrats are scared about the midterm because they know they stole the last election, and they know that people are wise to it and are going to be watching. So it's going to be harder for them to pull off something on that grand scale because they haven't been able to get another pandemic to stick. It's going to be hard for them to implement another situation where there's ways to manipulate the votes like they did last time. So they figure if they put a dark enough cloud over Trump where he's unfit or nobody will vote for him, it'll cause all of his people he was supporting to either distance themselves or go down in flames with him. This was all by design, I think. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but it sure sounds like that's the page in the playbook they use.
Well, I think it was a desperate move, and they moved prematurely.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. But, I mean, okay. Demon's right. They did secure his nomination. If Trump decides to run, there's no point in any other Republican running against him.
No.
Because he's going to win the nomination. After this bullshit right here today,
right, unless they want to run and pocket the money, you know. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Get on the campaign trail and put it in the bank, you know, put it on the hip.
Yep. Move that shit around so you can use it later.
Yeah, that's saying something there, Demon. I mean, when Andrew Yang and Cuomo gets on there and say, hey, you know, what the hell's going on with this?
Mm-hmm.
That's serious.
Yeah. Well, see, what people like that need to understand is if this is weaponized against Trump, there's nothing stopping it being weaponized against any of them. Because once you give the federal government that kind of unilateral ability, there's nothing to stop them from coming after anybody and doing the exact same thing or worse because they're out of control with no checks and balances. So.
Oh, let me bring old Sackman in here. Hey, what's up, buddy?
Just hanging out.
Awesome.
Well, I'm glad you could come hang out with us.
Well, I am too.
Welcome as always. I got a lot of rain going on in the background, so
I heard.
yeah, it's supposed to be cleared out here any minute.
Don't bother me.
But yeah, so and what we're talking about, Saxman, is and you was in the chat. I mean, they're freaking out. The Democrats are having a high-speed come apart. They can't figure out what to do. They're grasping at straws, and what they don't realize is they're just solidifying the need that Trump's going to run. And I don't know if y'all seen Trump's post on his politics page. I don't remember what page it was, but That's absolutely what he said. He said they're scared that I'm gonna win in 2024. So, and I'm taking that with a grain of salt. That with him saying that, he's gonna run. He's dropped several hints already. Right. I've seen him make the statement that I guess we're gonna have to win for a third time. You know, and he's pretty bold about it. But
Yeah.
I think they just helped him. Like I said, I've talked to people and seen discussions where people were not on board with Trump, and then now they are. So what do you think there, Mr. Saxman?
Yeah. I'm so sorry. Was trying to do something right here while you were talking. I apologize. But yeah, I don't know. I still think this whole, Trump thing is kind of a distraction.
Absolutely. I agree. I think it's going to be interesting to see what happens between, going forward, because I don't think it's going to have the desired effect that they want.
Oh no, obviously not, because it's already stirred up, so much stuff online. But yeah, there's always with this bunch something else in the background.
Yeah.
There's always some other plan. Yeah, I wouldn't trust these people as far as I could throw them.
No, absolutely not, brother. They're, they give catfish a bad name because of the kind of bottom feeders they are.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, Chica's in the house. And Patriot Nation.
Oh, it's coming to washer here, y'all.
Sounds like it, man. You don't got no drought.
Yeah, you're right, Patriot Nation. I mean, if you want the Democrats to be out of office, just let them do what they want. They'll end it themselves.
Yeah, but the problem is you got to live through what they do.
Well, we're stuck with them for the rest of this year, regardless.
True. But if we can win the majority of these midterms come November, we might be able to put the skids on some of this shit. At least that's my hope. I know I may be reaching with that, but I'm trying to be hopeful that there's a chance we can right the ship.
Oh yeah, I mean that would be awesome. You'll notice, the a lot of the media outlets are super gearing up attacks. Well, I say attacks against anything right wing based. I mean, take the Warnock wife beater / Herschel Walker thing.
Yeah.
You're not going to hear anything nice about Herschel. And Warnock is, the second coming. So
he's an opportunist POS.
Oh,
I don't know
is.
where they got him from or how he suddenly got on the scene like he did, but he's worthless. And that John Asshat piece of garbage from Georgia, that's somebody has been trying to get a job as a congressman or a House representative, wherever the hell he is, for years. And he couldn't do it the first time, so he kept, inserting himself up in other people's asses all over the state of Georgia to keep himself on the docket to get elected.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you watched the political ads during his thing, It wasn't what he did. It wasn't anything on him. It was, let me tell you, let's hear from my wife because she's a nurse and she has to wear a mask at work during COVID. Like, fuck you.
Yeah, I remember when he first came on the scene. He's worthless.
But yeah, the other one's just a race baiter. That's
Oh,
all
yeah.
he is. I mean, he's
Oh,
the
yeah.
same vein as Sharpton or Jesse Jackson or anything like
Yep.
that. That's
Yep.
all he is.
Race pimp.
He sure as hell isn't a pastor with the views that he holds, and he's sure not a Christian pastor. I can tell you that.
You know.
Well,
When
if you like killing babies, then you're not a Christian pastor. So he needs to hang that hat up.
Brother, sing in the choir.
Sorry.
You're good.
That's just what I think
You're
about
good.
that man.
That's why you're here, brother.
Low down and dirty.
Tell him. You know. I get it.
Oh, damn. My mic was off that whole time I was talking.
Yep. This is the first time we heard you.
Man. I just shared a whole lot of knowledge too, man. Oh well.
We'll reshare it.
I'm kidding, man. I was listening to Saxon.
Well, there was something else I was going to mention about this whole debacle with. Has anybody seen the video of our bedwetter in chief getting off the helicopter with his wife? He gets off the helicopter.
Putting on the jacket?
Yeah. Can't find the sleeve to his jacket. It's done blown up. I guess the rotor wash has got it spinning around him, and he can't comprehend where the sleeve is.
Where'd it go? I can't see it.
Then he's got a face diaper on with his Ray-Bans hanging off the nose of him. So he finally has to get Jill to stop trotting out across the damn tarmac where the hell they're landed at. Come back and help him find the sleeve to his damn jacket's trying to run away from him. She gets that put back on him, and he's kind of ambling around, and off goes them damn Ray-Bans, right in the damn concrete. They're shot. And he's just, Mama D, you're right. It reminds me of somebody with dementia. Spot on. Reminds me of when my dad had it. I remember that. He's just, it's an embarrassment. I mean, don't get me wrong. I give zero fucks for him. He's a scourge of this country. But his family ought to be ashamed of trotting his ass out there for their own personal gain, because that's all they're doing. And to watch somebody be paraded around and shot up with Adderall or whatever the hell they're giving him, where he will keep from drooling and shitting himself periodically. Who does that? I mean, good Lord.
I like pudding. Where's my jacket?
Who's flying this thing? Corn pop?
Corn pop.
I mean, and then come to find out that he's uglying up Charleston for a vacation. And it's like, they'll have to burn the sheets and remodel the whole damn hotel after he stays there, because he'll ruin it. So, why is he going to Charleston to ugly it up? What's drawing him to South Carolina?
Ooh, yuck. What's in South Carolina?
Huh. Where'd he go, to Charlotte?
I thought he was going to Charleston.
Was it? I don't know. It's one of those, South Kakalaki likes their C-word cities. Well, I would ask Biden, but he don't know where he's going.
No. And the only reason he's going there is either because his son's been locked up. There's a business deal to be made with some Chinese. or there's got to be something benefiting him. That's the only reason he's going to go. Just saying. You know, and going back to the whole thing of Mar-a-Lago, why is it that if this is how they're going to do and go after Trump over some shit that doesn't even have anything to do with January 6th or anything else? Y'all know what it's about. It's about some stuff that they claim he took that should be going into the National Archives. So you're going to send in a fucking contingency or a contingent of armed federal, whatever you want to call them, Gestapo up in there to strong arm and take all this shit from him over some stuff that needs to go to the National Registry that he was already cooperating with. So if this is going to be a modus operandi, then if the Republicans get in office and in power, they need to just roll over all these crooked ass Democrats. I mean, let's see, we got Vodka Queen Pelosi, we got Mad Maxine, we got damn Chuck Schumer. There's three right there. I mean, I think all three of them need to be in orange jumpsuits. And don't forget about Hillary. Gotta get her too. And Slick Willie. Go raid all their shit. Do it simultaneously. And put it on live damn TV. I mean, what's good for the goose, good for the gander.
Oh, yeah. That should happen. Will it happen? No, because it's Republicans. But yeah, you're right. I mean, Hillary needs to be in jail. Not jail, sorry, prison. Long time ago.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, though, I don't think this is the first time that old Nancy Pants has gotten, the finger wag from insider trading. Didn't she do that a couple of years ago? And they were like, "Oh, well, we're just gonna, we're gonna stop this insider trading stuff," because she got caught.
Maybe. I thought I heard him doing that same chant recently, and I don't see that shit stopping because both sides of the fence benefit from it. They all do it.
They all do it. It's like we've all said before. You don't go in making $75,000 a year and coming out with $6 or $7 million. It just, the math doesn't work. But yeah.
The 6 or 7 million is just for the ones that weren't good at being criminals.
Exactly. Exactly.
Our forefathers didn't intend for this to be where you go in there to get rich. You're supposed to be going there to serve your fellow man. That's the whole point. Elected by your peers, not your underlings.
Yeah. Well, and that's, I can see a lot of I can see both sides of the whole term limit thing. But yeah, there definitely needs to. Nobody needs to be up there for 50 years.
Nope.
It's not supposed to be politics in general, unless you're a sheriff, maybe. But other than that, politics in general is not supposed to be a career.
No.
You go in, you help out where you can help out. You throw in your ideas, you work those ideas through, and then you leave.
Yep.
But
Great.
that will never happen unless there's some bigger change than I want to say on YouTube.
There you go. Smart man. Well, let's switch gears, Vanguard. How about the fact that, this whatever bullshit legislation just passed for all this money, the American Relief Act, or whatever the hell it's called, another joke. Kat, you don't worry, we're glad you're here. The fact that they're adding all these agents to the Infernal Revenue, not to mention all the weapons and ammunition and everything. Why are we militarizing the Infernal Revenant? Why? To what end?
Well, I mean, it's just, in my opinion, it's just going to be one of those all hands on deck kind of evasive situation. I mean, they are a government entity.
True.
All right. And where can you hide agents in plain sight?
True.
IRS.
And see, yeah, IRS. But all right, so you remember? Well, obviously, a few years ago, the federal government, buying up billions of dollars worth of small arms and ammunition, right? Okay. And it wasn't just the IRS that was doing it. You had multiple agencies that were buying up the stuff.
Social Security, I think, was one of them, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And you figure, okay, so we're going to allocate a little bit of money out of all these different agencies. It just really kind of got tagged. Oh, the IRS. Why are they, why is the IRS getting, buying bullets? But yeah, you're right, Vanguard. And what you're saying. But really, what should the federal government be militarizing all their other, all these agencies? No. I mean, you have a standing army. You have a standing reserve. You have National Guard. Why do you need, unless you're making brown shirts out of them?
Well, they're just footmen. That's all they are. They're footmen.
Yeah.
They're going to be a meat shield on the front line, and that's all they're going to be. And they've been using that tactic for years, for hundreds of years. And every single country, whatever, if you look back into history, you'll find that they've done that. Let's talk about when, as for instance, when England, right, started the colonists over here, right? So they created the militia, which were there to aid the British soldiers. Y'all with me?
Okay.
But if they had a confrontation, guess who they sent in first?
Oh yeah, you send in the cannon fodder. You send in the militia.
That's right.
Yep.
Same thing. It's just a step in the process.
Yep.
You're going to send in what you really don't have a whole lot of money invested in, right? Our military, a lot of money invested from bottom to top. I mean, if you're a damn custodian in the military, you've had millions of dollars in training. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
These IRS agents that's out there making their $40,000 a year, they come out there and they do this class on a Saturday, give them overtime. We're going to give you time and a half for 8 hours. We're going to bring you in, issue you this weapon, show you how to use it, maybe, right? And if we call on you, you're going to go. Guess what they're saying? Sir, yes, sir. We'll do it. We'll do it because we want to keep our damn $38,000, $40,000 a year. We'll just work their life for that.
Yeah.
So that's all they are. It's fodder. That's it. Just their upfront meat shield. And any of them that's taking on that responsibility is an absolute moron.
Yeah.
I'd tell them real quick about shit. I'd go to damn Walmart and make that much money.
And not get shot. Well, most of the time, not get shot at.
Yeah.
Well, if you're not in the hood.
You can go be a cashier at Walmart and never work a day in your life.
Amen.
And they hire 50 cashiers and only one of them works.
Yeah, and that's the one that just stands around the self-checkout and makes sure you got a receipt.
Cash or credit.
Yep. Yes, every time.
I ran off in the weeds. But anyway, but the thing is, they're that's exactly what's happening.
Yeah.
You're going to have a bunch of untrained personnel that's going to have that God complex because they got a weapon in their hand, never seen one a day in their life. and you got a damn admin that's working for the IRS that normally does damn customer service calls. All of a sudden, she's running around all with a damn list. Think about it.
Yeah.
We're
It's not
talking,
going to get
we're
well.
talking surplus weapons now. We're not talking, QC check shit that we go out there and get. It's got a little damn circle tab on it with the check and the initial. When you talk about that, now we're talking surplus shit that was.
It said 10,000 rounds run through it.
Yeah.
Well, another thing that I don't think has been brought up is all these people that, were gung-ho about this bill getting passed is, this money that's going to fund more IRS worker jobs. Once it's kind of like TSA. Once they started that and gave them the money, you gave them funding, it's never going away.
No.
It will, it's never going away. And I don't see the math in that much money. What was it, 60 or 80 billion dollars?
It was too damn much.
Yeah, it was too damn much. That will now always be voted on in perpetuity, and it will never go away. And that's just, you can't support a government like that, a free government, a democratic government. You can't support that much bureaucracy for that long.
No.
And I don't see how people don't understand that.
Well, but okay. A couple different things here. None of this is taught in today's education. I don't think, at least not widely. They're not taught any of this. They're trying to sugarcoat the history or completely remove it. They don't want people to think for themselves or question anything. They want everybody to be subservient. Furthermore, the mindset, I forget where I saw this. I saw a video on this the other day. It was really interesting. Actually, I think Jay's the one who posted it. The video showed this guy talking about how it's not just the fact that you've got millennials now entering the workforce and they don't have any work ethic. Some of them, their mindset is, okay, well, my dad or my granddad worked all his life, busted his ass, and by the time he got ready to retire, or she got ready to retire, she had so many issues because, was on her feet all the time or back issues or whatever. They couldn't enjoy that quality of life. And while they made a living, they worked their fingers to the bone to, working for a big company or this, that, and the other, and worked all their life and weren't even able to enjoy it. So none of them are looking at like, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to get by. I'm not going to destroy my body or destroy, I'm going to do what I want to do, X, Y, Z, because I don't want to be like my parents were.
Right.
Now, I'm not saying everybody thinks that way. It was just a unique perspective. It was interesting hearing it. But that just goes to show you the kind of mindset that's being instilled in the youth and the previous generations, or the later generations, rather. As long as you got people that are, even though there may be some validity in what I just said and their viewpoint, you're always wanting to strive to better yourself, better your family, achieve things, have goals, work hard. That's the whole American dream. You can achieve anything if you apply yourself to it. By accepting that mindset, that entire ideal goes out the window.
Oh, yeah. You're giving up your freedom little bitty chunks at a time doing that.
Well, yeah, and you have no desire to do anything more. You just want to get by.
Right.
And to me, I know I'm kind of off in the weeds in this, but it all kind of ties in together. I mean, when we were all in school, we were taught, you work hard, you do these different things. You either go to a trade school or you learn a trade, or go in the military, you go to college, you do something. You don't just become a hot pocket eating piece of shit living in the damn basement. You apply yourself, you become a functional member of society and self-sufficient. None of that is encouraged or taught now.
Right.
And so they don't have any desire. You know. So I'll shut up.
No, you're right. See, I mean, y'all correct me if I'm wrong. Everybody's got this Me Too attitude, right?
Right.
So, and you know, I'm guilty of it. I've said it. I've said it on here. You know, they paid off these people's student loans. Why didn't you pay mine off? You know, it's the same mentality, but on a different level.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying it because they should not have paid off those people's student loans.
Nope.
Right. But other people saying, oh, well, this person lives in this house. California's eat up with it terribly. Okay. So basically, everybody over there that is on a certain income, they tell you where you can live. I don't know if y'all know about that, but if your income doesn't meet a certain level, you can't live here, or you can't live there. You got to live here. So they're dictating where you can and cannot live, right? So,
yep.
Of course, we know communist California. That's just the way it is out there, and that's what we're moving to is a controlled state of being, because the government wants to be able to control every facet of your life.
Yep.
Okay. They already control it with taxes.
Yep.
You're gonna pay taxes whether you work or not.
Yep.
If you live in a house or you own a vehicle or you go buy something, you're gonna pay taxes. And there's no way around. Right. And I know people go, well, I got my own land and all. You're going to pay taxes on that land.
Yeah.
You're going to pay taxes. They're going to get their cut no matter what. Right.
Yep.
But the thing is the people are getting that mentality mixed up with success. All right. Now, I have a good career, but I can promise you it was not handed to me. I put in the work. I put in the hours. T, I'm sure you did the same thing. Saxman, I'm sure you did the same thing. We didn't just walk in and say, hey, you're going to give me this job because of such and such and such and such. That's not the way it works. Well, it does now, but that's not the way it did work. That's not the way it works for me. You know, I have to prove my worth in order to be able to secure a job every day. The thing is, you get people, and I'm speaking on politics on this portion of it. You know, you got people that get in a job, they do good for the first little bit, and then they just kind of, yep, I'm in there now. You know, all I got to do is just maintain. I don't have to go above and beyond.
Yep.
So if you look at the history, the only person that's ever did what they said they were going to do before they went in office was Trump.
Yeah.
He went 12 out of 12.
Yes, he did.
True.
Show me another one.
I mean, he may not have accomplished everything he set out to do, but he damn sure tried. He didn't make excuses.
Yeah, but shit, I'll take an 80% success rate over a damn zero any day.
Well, I mean, it was like today, you know, talking about that. I think inflation was at 1.9% when he was there. And with this retard we got in the White House right now, our inflation's at 9 point something. I mean, do the math. Shit. It's not that hard.
Yeah, I love coffee. I went into the coffee aisle. Coffee's been the same price for years, right? Little K-cups. I love those. Anyway, I go in there today. It used to be $3.38. Okay, that's what it was for years, all right? I'm just picking a thing. But it's gone up almost $1.50, $2.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Coffee.
It is.
That pisses me off.
We're laughing at you. We're going to laugh
Melanated
at that.
Rainbow. Hell yeah.
I've never heard that phrase. And I've heard some
Yeah, exactly. That one's that's new.
But yes, Saxman, you're right. Dollar Tree. Everybody knows what Dollar Tree is, right? Well, guess what? It's no longer $1.
Nope.
They got stuff in there $3, $4, $5.
Yep.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I know their economics very, very well. I happen to be invested in them, so I'm gonna go ahead and tell you they had it at one point where they were down to a half a penny per case to the store. What does that mean? So I'm gonna give y'all a bunch of logistics information here. So that means from the time it was shipped from China, yeah, it came from China and Taiwan, okay, and Indonesia. So by the time it was shipped, all right, how did they cut product cost? Their boxes wasn't labeled. All it would have is one SKU number on there. There'd be no description, nothing. Okay. Also, they got reduced shipping prices because they put their shit. They put their shit on the outside of the container hauler vessels. That way, if it rocked and shit fell off, it was just a Dollar Tree shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm being honest. It's from point A to point B. Okay, so this stuff comes in, right? And then they get it, they speed ship it from a container straight over to a main distribution center. All of their ports are located close to the ports are where the distribution center is. That's where they put them at. That's cost efficient, right? Yep. So by the time they did all that, received it in, I'm gonna tell you their wages low. They got low wages. So by the time they brought it in, checked it in, stored it a little bit, shipped it out, they were at a half a penny a box by the time it was sold. Invested.
Wow.
Nice.
We're talking about 24 pieces being in a case, right? You just profited. Now this was with it all at $1. So you just profited $23.99.5 per case.
Damn.
That's fascinating.
That's pretty good.
I can go ahead and tell you right now, if they sacrificed and still kept everything at $1, they would still be fine. But they've got to move with the inflation, right? Got to move with the inflation. So I'm sure their wages have went up dramatically over the last 10, 15 years. But I don't see it being enough where they're taking a 50% loss on a case.
No.
Because you don't go from a half a penny cost efficiency to costing you $12 to sell $24. It just doesn't happen. It doesn't work that way.
No.
But I figured that was a little bit of interesting logistics that y'all might want to know. But there's little things that save money, and y'all think it's funny, about the ship being on the outside of the shipping vessels. But I mean, it's just little things.
That's funny.
The small things.
Well, if it works.
Yeah, I mean, if a bunch of third string earphones fall off the damn Pacific somewhere, oh well.
They were $1.
Yeah.
It's the little things. That's like Dollar Tree sells bread. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you right now, it's not fresh. It's the shit they didn't sell the day before.
Yep.
So, another little pop quiz for y'all. You can look up something that's called a bread tie daily scheduled bread tie. So now you're going to notice this every time you go to Walmart or anywhere to pick up your bread. So I'm sorry, I'm about to give y'all a complex. So the ties are different colors.
Right.
For each day of the week. So if you get a yellow tie on Thursday, that was Monday's bread.
I can believe that. It seems like it's, well, I don't know if it's always been that way, but it seems like I remember it being that way before.
Yeah, it's always been that way. The only one that does not, well, there's a couple, but the main one that doesn't do it is Sara Lee. Sara Lee doesn't do it. And I know Durst does, Captain John Durst, all those. Yeah, that's
the best bread in the world to me, Captain John Durst. I love that stuff.
Really?
Yep, it's in a brown bag.
Yeah.
Y'all want to guess where it comes from?
Tell us.
Philippines.
Durst, no, it's Durst Bakery. It's actually baked in Richmond Hill, Georgia.
Huh.
Really?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
That's what we try to get. I love that bread.
Yeah, it's good stuff, man. They got butter in it, all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Another fun fact: a lot of different breads come from the same place.
Oh yeah, it's just like power tools.
Yeah, there's not a bread factory for everyone.
No,
I promise you that.
no, it's that way with a lot of products because we're such a consumer-driven society. Yeah, this company may. If you ever look, I mean, your tools, a lot of your different foods, a lot of your different household chemicals. Just to give you an example, back when I was in high school, I worked at Eckerd Drugs, for those of you who remember it. But they had their own store brand of like dish detergent, laundry detergent, whatever. And all of their stuff was made by the brand names. But what would happen is when it would go straight to the distribution center for Eckerd's, and it would have their label and everything on it. It wouldn't, but it's the exact same stuff made at the exact same place, but it was sold to Eckerd's at a reduced cost because it was their brand. And I remember that, working there for a couple of years. I worked there when I was in school, and a lot of their stuff is that way. And I imagine you've got a lot of it that way now with a lot of your generics and things, depending on what it is. If you were able to go down that rabbit hole and follow its origins, you find out, just like you said, a lot of this stuff's all manufactured at the same place.
Oh yeah, if you dig a little bit and scratch the surface, you'll find out real quick.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff that comes from the same places. A lot of your different. I don't even know if y'all remember. I'm gonna tell my age a little bit, but I don't know if some of y'all remember Oat Brands cereal. Okay,
Yeah.
Come in a bag. It's like 3 foot long. They may still sell it, okay, but that's made by Kellogg's. Same place.
Oh yeah.
It's all the same stuff. But people's got to go out and buy brands, and some things, the name brand is better, right? But in many cases, it's not. Like I know this one gas station, they've got this knockoff NyQuil, and I pretty much call it crack in a bottle. But I'm gonna tell you right now, and it's made by Good Sense. But I'm gonna tell you, I had pneumonia one time, and I took that shit, and I was ready to run laps in like 15 minutes. I don't know what was going on.
There's some codeine in that shit or something.
There was something going on, man. But it had me jacked up. But it was in an identical replica bottle of Dayquil. I mean, it was exactly the same. But sometimes you get lucky like that. And
Yep.
yes, that store still serves it. So if y'all want it, I can ship it to you, $19.99 plus $40.
I might need a couple bottles of that for my Armageddon locker, brother.
Hey, it's badass, man. I'm telling you. I thought I was dying that day on the way to work, man. I grabbed a bottle and I was like, I got to try something. Hell, by the time I got to work, man, I was ready to go. Walked around all day like a damn alky, just turning up a damn Dayquil bottle. An orange bottle. Damn lips and shit stained orange,
Nice.
How many of you in rare form today? So rare form means coming on the live?
Come on, come join the festivities.
Don't be a scourge.
She won't. She's unsociable.
She needs to get on here and give a female point of view on some of this shit.
You know what? We need to have a female point of view topic on a Thursday. Yeah.
We could just mansplain stuff to them.
Well,
Some people don't like mansplaining.
Oh, I know, but that's what makes it fun. See, what happens, Palmetto, is mansplaining is when I explain something to you that you may or may not understand. I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it.
Bro, she gonna blow your phone up.
I know.
well, I mean, we could talk about squatted trucks, stuff like that. Some people, they like that shit. But when you talk to them, you talk to them a little while, and then they're like,
There
what?
it is.
You know what? They're like, I didn't know you had to put an extra quart of transmission fluid in there or extra oil. Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit.
What happened to the old way of squatted trucks? Like throwing 40 bags of damn 80-pound corn in the back.
There you go. It's squatted for a reason.
Good in it that you just spent 2 days split. Man, that's not nice.
Very nice.
Let's see. What defines mansplaining as providing the correct information for people that always want to throw away the instructions and do it twice? I don't want to talk about instructions with my wife around. I'll tell you that right now. Because I'm the first one to, I don't need that shit.
Yeah, I've been there, done that.
Oh, damn. Why do I have 5 votes left over?
Mikey, this still works.
Yeah, and then 3 weeks later, you're down your TV stands like this.
Yep.
Or your damn flat screen falls off the wall and hits the floor at Mach 5. Oh, shit.
We'll go get phones or something, me and my wife, and when we upgrade, she's one of the people sit there with the manual and do all that stuff, go through. I say, you figure it out and just let me know what I need to do. Not just going about my business. As long as I can make a phone call or a text, I'm good to go. If I got any questions, I'll come back to you, hon.
That's like the old days, you program your phone with the first person you want to call was number 1. The second person was number 2. You just
speed dial.
Beep.
Yep.
Then
Remember when
somebody
AT&T used to have your, I don't know if they still have it, AT&T used to have your circle.
Yeah, they did.
You had you could have some little people in your circle and you just hit a button and call.
Yep.
And I don't think it charged you minutes maybe or something back then. I can't remember how they had set up.
Old school.
Yep.
Well, hell, it took me years to learn that you didn't have to wait for the dial phone to go all the way back around. I was always shh. Then I seen a person at a damn bank going shh, 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 shh. I was like, what the hell? I lost so many minutes of my life doing that shit.
Man, I hated them old dial phones, dude.
Yeah, but you didn't have to wait for it to go back to 0, man.
No, you didn't.
You didn't know that, Sax Man?
I had no idea. I had the same thing, man. We had a wall-mounted rotary phone for years.
Saxman and T shit was like this.
Exactly.
They had a party line.
There's always one other person listening on the party line,
Hell yeah, Aunt May was on there 24
That's right.
Yep.
Oh man. Hell, I remember when they had the cordless phones and shit, and I found out that if you dial it, like if you want to talk to somebody in your house in the living room, like you're too lazy to go get you something to drink, and you knew they were in there, right? You could dial the number in your bedroom and hang it up, and it would ring all the phones in the house. And then when they picked up theirs, you picked yours up too, and you were like, hey, you can talk to each other with the phones.
Yep, like an intercom.
Yeah, bring me some peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Cat F's like, wow, you didn't have to wait. I was so pissed off when I found out. I was like, damn. If you messed up, you like, shit.
Oh yeah, if you messed up dialing a number, boy, you're just pissed. Fuck, you hit the wherever the little thing was, I forget what they're called. Remember the old, they had the, when you sit on there, it closed.
Especially if you're on like the 4th or 5th number.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Yeah.
You have to start this shit all over. It's like, man, it's like building a bridge all over again.
Right.
No, see, that's a little before my time, the one with the little clothes on. Mine had the two little clear looking studs.
Yeah, 2 phone nipples.
Yeah. You had the phone nipples. Those came a little bit later.
Yeah.
But the phones were mounted on the wall back in the day. They had the little, if I remember correctly, they had the little chrome or whatever, little, looked like a little fork kind of, and the receiver set right on there.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
So, yeah.
Hell no, I seen that lady at the bank going, like, this is some bullshit.
I wasted a month of my damn life dialing these damn phones. So,
take 10 minutes to dial a 1-800 number.
Oh shit.
Or you dial and forget the damn area code. I don't even know if y'all remember this. A lot of people's not going to remember long distance calls. One county over was long distance.
Yeah. I remember that. I remember that shit.
The thing is, you might be on the county line and the person lived 13 feet from you.
Yep.
If you call them, long distance.
Yep. I remember when, like, in the metro area, you didn't have a bunch of different area codes. You didn't have to dial the area code.
Oh, yeah.
I remember before all that. So, yes, I know I'm a fossil, but I'm happy.
No, I'm just saying where I grew up, your area code covered a county. Because the next one over was an hour and a half away. So,
well, I mean, I want to say when I was growing up, maybe the entire metro area was one area code, but you didn't dial that area code. When you dialed, it was just your 7-digit phone number.
Oh.
You didn't dial an area code. That came later on.
Unless you were calling out of it.
Right.
Correct. I think if you were calling out long distance, you had to have the area code of where you're trying to call.
Ours was the same way.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
But now we've got like 15 counties with the same area code. Yeah. And I'm on what you call an area code fault line, so people that are a mile from each other might have 3 different area codes.
Yep.
Yeah, Cat remembers that. Yeah.
I remember making long distance calls, and damn, if you were calling anywhere and talking more than 10 minutes, your ass would get hit because they were charging you by the minute, boy.
I remember payphone dime a minute.
Yeah, I remember that.
Hell, I remember collect calls.
Did you ever do the whole collect call? You know.
You somewhere stuck.
Yeah.
You stuck somewhere with no change, and you call collect, and you can hear the person on the other end. Would you like to accept this collect call? It is $1 for the first minute and 10 cents every minute after that. And you hear them on the other end. Fuck no.
Yeah.
You're like, shit.
Would you like to collect?
Hell no, I ain't paying no damn dollar a minute. What's wrong? Click.
Your ass should have got locked up. Oh. Damn. Well, we've successfully gone off in the weeds.
Uh-oh. Let me see what that is.
Holy shit. Somebody's landing on him.
It's like a damn C5 drop a damn gear package.
They're dropping chocolates.
That was an army plane.
That's what I was going to say. It was something big because we could hear it.
It's like an airlift or dropping chocolates at your house.
It was an ammo crate.
Right.
Shit. I wish. Oh shit, there's parachutes. Not kidding. No, T and Demon know where I'm at, so they know exactly what I'm close to.
Oh yeah.
You're
right in the flight path.
Yeah, I'm in a crosswind. So if some shit pops off, I'm gonna have first-hand experience.
Yep.
All right, y'all, it's time to hit the damn deck. And what better way to hide from the military than to be with the military?
Right.
Yeah. Hide in plain sight.
But if they leaving the base, I'm gonna go over there. Just hang out and be like, where y'all been? I've been over here eating all your MREs and shit.
Your heater meals. Oh, God.
Oh, man. Oh, Lord. Yep, we went way off. That's okay.
That's all right. We had a good time.
Shit.
And we actually got some stuff discussed.
That's right. Got some beautiful
Drop some knowledge.
Oh, I'm full of useless knowledge. Some of it, every now and then, I'll pluck one out of there. That's some good shit. But
There's a lot to be said for useless knowledge. Don't knock it till you try it.
that's right. That's right. There's a lot of useless knowledge out there. Mm-hmm. I know way too much of it. All right. Yeah, we've been clicking along a little over an hour, so.
We'll wind it up.
I know y'all got families and all that good stuff. Y'all need to go hug them, kiss them. Plus, y'all need to start sending this link out to everybody that you know. Yeah. Sax Man. Oh, no. Go ahead, T.
Oh, damn it.
First of all, thank all of you for being here tonight. I hope we entertained you. We also hope we shared some knowledge with you. Maybe you learned something or made aware of something to process. Pay attention to what's going on. I think we're going to have more things pop off between now and November, and people need to be watching the prize because they're going to try and take your eyes off of it. Be situation aware. If you carry all the time, and stay safe, stay dangerous. Y'all have a good day.
All right. I thought he wasn't going to say it.
Oh, man.
I was trying to make it hard for him to navigate and have something to say.
Yeah. It's
Everybody
payback.
finds me.
That's paybacks. Yeah, no, you did great. That was great. Nah, the only thing I would leave you with is, man, just whenever you're watching the news and stuff like that, don't necessarily look at what you're watching. Don't soak up all the stuff that you're being spoon fed. Do a little research and see what's going on in the background, because with these folks, that's where it's at. That's all I got.
All right. Yeah, we messed up the rotation tonight. Anyway, so our last video didn't get kicked off, so I'm going to leave with my famous new end quote here shortly. But thank y'all for coming by. What you see on it, like you said, what you see on the news is misdirection, y'all. A lot of it. I think that this whole Trump thing was to maybe hide something else, kind of get your minds off of it. Because everybody ate it up. I looked at it and then backed away from it, right? Because I didn't want to get hung up in the whole scenario. The truth will come out. It'll all come out, right? So that's all I got. Once again, thank y'all for coming by. Y'all watch out for the monkeypox and stop eating ass.